how can you believe in the invisible thing, something that you cannot see? We all believe in the many phenomena and property of the life, even when they are invisible, such as the property of light or heat. They all indicate the existence of electricity or electric current, which is mainly flowing as the electron moving from negative pole to the positive pole. These electrons, one of the atomic particles, cannot be seen neither with the naked eye or through the modern microscope. However, scientists believe in their existence as a scientific fact, which you look to the whole universe, you will find many other phenomena and organisms around us we cannot see. But they exist in front of our eyes, but we cannot see. So, but they still do exist, and some of them can be observed with the help of advanced technology like the microscopic or electron microscopic or transmission electron microscopic. So, do you agree with this assumption or not?
But I think the difference between a wise and mad person is the mental perception.
I think the difference.
And their psychic sense and some kind of feelings.
Great. Can you see them with your eyes?
No, I can't.
So good. Do you believe in the existence of all these differences?
Yeah, I do, because I feel this affect even everybody and myself.
So don't you think that you must believe in him who put these senses inside your body to feel and to think about his existence? It means the Almighty God, and to realize that all the creature around you must have a creator. Don't you think it is necessary to believe in his existence?
Yeah. I now think, after you explained to me with clear evidence, that your points are quite well. I have really realized how ignorant I was of all these clear signs around me. I don't think in this way before. Neither did I give thoughts to all these phenomena and creatures must have a creator who made them in this perfect system and precise decision. I do declare in front of all that I believe in the existence of Almighty Allah as the only creator of this universe and everything in it. But let me ask you one last question. Why are we unable to see the great creator? We want to see him to strengthen our faith by our eyes. It's better to be more believe in him.
Alhamdulillah. Almighty Allah, who have guided you to the truth of His existence. I know. I now want to give you more example or more explanation on this issue. We feel the air and believe in it the existence, but we do not see the air because its composition is beyond the ability of our optical perception. It means we cannot see. However, Allah gives us certain senses to feel the air according to our needs. Like Allah upon us the mental perception according to our needs to think about His attributes and ponders over His creation, which lead us to believe Him. Furthermore, Allah selected a trustworthy man among the believers to convey His message to us in order to guide us to the righteous path. I advise you sincerely to read more in the Al-Quran. The Holy Quran is the only way of the salvation in this life and hereafter. So you will find a way that is beneficial to you in the Holy Quran, and you will also find more evidence of the existence and the power of Almighty Allah. Moreover, you will find many examples of the greatness of the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala or Almighty Allah in His management of the universe that are clearly signs of his oneness. Inshallah, these will strengthen your faith in the existence of Almighty Allah. I will give you some more examples which have been discovered and proven by the scientists. Inshallah, they will remove any remaining confusion from your mind and will clarify the things and make them more easily understandable. So, example number one, the size and the thickness of the earth and the distance between the earth and sun, the temperature of the sun and temperature rays transmitted to the earth to give life to the all organisms, the amount of the water on the earth, the percentage of carbon dioxide and nitrogen, the survival of living creatures. So all these things are indicate that an accurate and well organized universe and precise the mathematical calculation, it is impossible for this universe to exist accidentally without any creator. So who made this universe in this precise shape? Only Allah. And the second example, if you know about the rotation of the earth, so the earth is rotating around its axis once in every 24 hours and around the sun once in every year in a very specific and accurate orbit. If any disturbance or slightness changes in the speed of its rotation occur during the cyclic motion, this will cause a disaster variation in the length of the day and night. Who made it like this? Only Allah. If the length of the sun rays reduce 1 degree, or if the distance between the sun and the earth increase or decrease, this will surely destroy the life on the earth. Who made this kind of measurement in this precise way? Only Allah. Similarly, if the distance between the earth and the moon increase or decrease, this will result in a huge rise of water level and cause a big changes in the tides effect, which will cause a big disaster on the earth. Consequently, who made this kind of measurement or this kind of creation in a precise way? Only Allah. And another example, the thickness of the atmospheric layer, so we call the cloud layer in the general word, which include the air with the different percentage of the necessary gases for our life, include the oxygen as a vital one, is completely determined. Also, the recent discovery about the ozone layer, which surrounds and protect the earth from the UV light, which is harmful for our skin. It controls the amount of radiation by letting in only the necessary amount for the survival of the living creature on the earth. All these are measured very specifically and very, very precise. Any variation in the measurement of these layers can cause the disaster on the earth. Who made this kind of precise measurement? Only Allah. And another example I will give you, the poisonous gases emitted from the various sources in or on the earth from ancient time till now pollute the atmosphere of the earth. That atmosphere contains the air necessary for our respiratory system. This air is pure in its nature and include the required percentage of gases for our lives, as well as the lives of the other organisms like plants and animals. So the air includes the 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, and less than 1% of other gases like the hydrogen and other gases or methane. So if the percentage of oxygen increase to 50%, this may cause the burning for all substances. When any small lightning touches the earth, who made this kind of measurement in the precise way? It's only Allah. The leaves of the some trees look like the lungs of a man, and their function is also to breathe, though in a different way. The inspired tree consume the carbon dioxide and give us the oxygen, while a man and animal inhale the oxygen and release the carbon dioxide. So you can imagine that if the plant died, man and animals will also die. So you can, they need each other to survive in a wonderful harmonic system made by our great Creator, that is Allah. Who made this wonderful system in this precise way? So He is only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So who made all these mentioned examples, what I already showed you, are just a few examples, okay, to show you, to give you the existence of Almighty Allah, how He created this big universe for the human being and human lives. It is unreasonable and illogical to think that this universe came into being accidentally without a maker or without a creator. These precise measurements that preserve the lives of all living creatures in this marvelous system, a wonderful universe, indicate the existence of the Almighty Allah. The story of a simple Bedouin man live in a desert in our ancient glorious time is a very impressive illustration of the existence and our existence of our God, that is Almighty Allah. This Bedouin man was raising camel. During his work to feed them, someone asked him, "How do you know the existence of your Creator?" The Bedouin man answered wisely that the excrements indicate the existence of a living organism, and footsteps indicate the traces of a passerby. Then how can the presence of sky with the orbit and the earth with the mountains not give a proof of our great Creator, Allah? And one who understands the finest mystery is well acquainted with them. With the scientific fact or with the scientific experiment in our modern days have proven a lot of phenomena and facts of this great universe, which should make anyone with a sound mind believe in his Creator and Lord, worshipping Him by his own choice and submitting his will to His greatness and the power. Finally, I want to say the nature is absolutely agreeable with the mind and the logic. In fact, the nature sometimes stay away due to the effect of the bad influence. For example, like nowadays, in the media, they have the two kind of media, bad media and good media, and another in the spoiled thing inside the home, and if you have some bad friend. So these kind of things affect or influence the mind of the people. When it receives the guidance from the Allah and realize the truth, it wake up again and come back the true faith in the ones of the Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, Almighty Allah. We bear the witness that there is no God but Allah, who is the greatest creator of everything that exist. O Almighty Allah, we are your weak slaves. We are begging you to guide us to the righteous path, to help us to help others, and not to make us to go astray or mislead the other people. Ameen. Summa ameen.
What you thinking about that?
You just say.
Yeah, I think now I can easily believe because of so many scientific facts he presented upon me. So I thought it is God that is one and great. And I believe there is no God but Allah. Then Jazakallah.
Alhamdulillah. Alhamdulillah. Allah is the one that gave us.
Brother.